Unmanageable debt can creep up. When debts are accruing faster than the money coming in, it can be overwhelming.
But there are options available. Please take a moment to listen if you feel like you have reached the end of the road.
Quinn enjoyed his job. It paid well, but when his 3-year contract ended, the position was no longer available. He found he could no longer pay back his debts.
Quinn had accrued 3 personal loans while employed, each for $10,000. One to take the trip of a lifetime while he was still young, one to pay down student debt, and another from a past relationship, which helped to get them both out of a financial hole.
Quinn also had 3 credit cards. 2 he used for living expenses and shopping, and were at their max of $25,000 total. A third one quickly racked up to $10,000 while Quinn was looking for more work, and he continued to live the lifestyle he had while being employed. $65,000 of debt on high interest was bearing down on Quinn's shoulders. It was devastating.
Quinn contacted the National Debt Helpline and was advised of his options, personal bankruptcy being one. This frightened Quinn, and he felt like a failure. It meant he would be bankrupt for 3 years and 1 day. It would be on his credit history for an additional 2 years and on a national debt register forever, which could affect future loans. It would also affect his ability to travel overseas.
However, filing for personal bankruptcy meant that Quinn's credit cards and unsecured personal loans no longer needed to be paid back, and he was still able to keep his car worth $5,000, so finding a job was easier.
Filing for bankruptcy definitely had serious consequences, but it allowed Quinn to get back onto an even footing. He realised he needed to change his habits, and he reduced his spending to fit within a budget.
Leslie bought her dream car on a secured loan. Detailing it and taking it for a spin was her favourite pastime, and she happily made her loan payments. But circumstances changed. Her rental costs rose, and her hours at work decreased.
She continued to detail the car and take it for a spin, but she no longer made the repayments. A default notice from the bank came, and then the letter she was dreading. The bank threatened to repossess her pride and joy and sell it.
Leslie reached out to the National Debt Helpline, and with the help of a financial counsellor, was able to negotiate with the bank to sell the car herself and lower her repayments. She still had an outstanding loan and no longer had her dream car. But as she got a better price by selling the car herself, rather than the bank repossessing it, she was in a much better position financially.
This is similar to having a home loan you are no longer able to pay. By selling the house yourself, rather than the bank foreclosing on it, you will be in a better position. A financial counsellor can advise your best options in this case.
We have systems in our society to help accommodate people with unmanageable debts. There'll be medium-term consequences, but it is possible to recover from this and reach a financially stable position.
If you find yourself in a position where you can't see how you'll be able to pay back your debts, reach out to the National Debt Helpline and speak to one of our financial counsellors.